I did my college in India, computer science undergrad. Straight out of college, me, Chetu, and another friend started a company. The name of the company was DocTalk. Did that for around 3 years. And towards the start of 2020, we exited DocTalk. And that was kind of my point of decision where I was figuring out what I wanted to do next. Chetu introduced me to Cliff, and that's when I kind of got involved with Speechify. Started working with them part-time. Came over, started doing some engineering, quickly moved over to product. And ever since, I've been just working on the product dog. The first thing is just driving impact, delivering like solutions to your users and customers. So making sure that the products that you work on or the things that you build and create do actually like change lives. And the second thing is just wanting to like be a high performer. Like whatever I do, I've always wanted to be very good at it. So I think that sense of like constant learning and that sense of being very good at what you do is another factor. A lot of people come back to us who have like reading disabilities, dyslexia, and they keep talking about how they felt dumb or like they were told they were dumb because they weren't doing well in school. And as soon as they started using Speechify, their grades like shot up. What you're essentially doing there is giving them back their self-respect. So that feeling of changing over from feeling dumb to feeling like you are smart and you can achieve what you want to, I think is very special. You're always leading with love, which means that you're always thinking whatever the other person is doing is they're doing it from a place of good and they're doing it because they feel that's the right way to do it. And I think that's something that has been carefully cultivated here, where it's okay for you to make mistakes as long as you're doing things that would have impact if they worked out in the right way. Another thing is just the fact that everyone works on their own like timeframes. What that does is it basically opens your schedule up to do things that you love apart from work. And that also opens up a lot of talent that isn't concentrated in the US or in like the developed nations. The leadership principles are very important in shaping the culture that you want the company to kind of cultivate, right? And I think the way the principles are also picked is it's not like a bunch of rules or statements that are set in stone. These are always evolving, and whenever anyone feels like one of the principles doesn't make sense or could be better, we go back and basically keep changing them. But I think what is common throughout is the goal of like building a company that is truly remote, leading with love, and having just a culture where everyone is thriving and are having like a happy existence in the company with work and without work. We have a B2B version where we're going after like schools and universities to give them like bulk memberships. Another team is the Speechify API. We've been talking about the day where Speechify is powering the internet, and the good thing about the API is that A, it's easy to kind of integrate, but it's also giving us access to like bigger audiences, means that this is a product that will eventually scale and will be huge. Firstly, I think startups versus like big companies are like completely different in terms of the work that you do, in terms of the things that you learn. The work that you do there is going to be very focused and very limited in terms of what you learn. And startups give you that advantage where within like a couple of years, you would probably learn what you would learn being at like Facebook or Google for 10 years. And it also depends on what you want to achieve in life. If you're the kind of person who doesn't really care about work a lot and just does it because you need to make a living for yourself, I don't think Speechify is the place for you. But if you're the kind of person that really cares about the work that you do and the impact that you drive, then by all means, Speechify is where you should be.